Welcome to Spitbucket. I'm here with the palate of the people, Rob Ayala.
Good to be back.
And this week we're doing something a little bit different. We should mention it is our off-screen talent's 30th birthday. So happy birthday to Ali.
Happy birthday, Ellie.
And to celebrate, we're drinking one of his wines.
I hope it's a good one.
So do I. It's funnily enough, it's one I had last week at a dinner. The 2000 Katnook Cabernet, decanted about an hour ago. So it's just going to basically look and see about tasting an older wine.
Excellent.
It's a decade old.
Now, Kenny, we see some
bit of sediment. That's
bit
all right.
of sediment. People shouldn't get worried about that, should they?
Forget about it. Well, if you're drinking a wine where you've seen there is a bit of sediment in these bottles, if say you've got a case, make sure you stand it up for a while so any does sink to the bottom.
Okay.
And then try and be careful when you pour it out, because otherwise, I mean, if you shake the thing up, toss it in the back seat and take it out to dinner, you're going to get a cloudy wine. Decanted about an hour ago. So happy birthday, Ellie.
Let's pour it out, baby. Oh, you can see that aged
Lovely
patina.
Colour. Lovely colour.
Is that the correct terminology?
What, aged?
Patina.
He swallowed his dictionary earlier and he's very proud of himself.
I'm glad you added the shinnery. Okay. Keep going. Keep going, will you?
Oh dear. Oh,
Okay.
Sorry. Sorry.
Nose. Oh, lovely. Chocolate.
That's pretty much a lovely Cabernet nose. That's classic Cabernet. That's got that sort of dry herbal leafiness without being too herbaceous.
I think it's a little bit of chocolate notes there too.
Touch of chocolate and mint chocolate.
Yeah, exactly right.
That sort of Coonawarra character.
Colour.
The old cigar box.
Just a lovely colour, isn't it?
Katnook are one of the top producers in Coonawarra. 2000 was a reasonable year.
See how it goes.
Everything should point to this being a lovely wine. And I would think that you would expect this to age 8 to 15 years to peak, and so we're right in the middle of that.
That's heaven. That is seriously.
Now there's a great reason to age wines.
That's a decadent,
Absolutely
beautiful,
finely balanced.
lush.
And it's seamless. There's no bumps or gaps or nothing poking out. It just flows beautifully.
Magnificent.
Dark berries, hint of new leather, old sort of leather couch sort of character.
Beautiful integration of
Bit of spice,
those berries.
Mint chocolate character.
Oh.
It's a really, really lovely, mature Cabernet. Eat your heart out, Bordeaux. It doesn't cost you £1,000 a bottle either. Unlike some of the Bordeaux which from the 2009 vintage, which are not even in bottle yet, and they're £1,000 a bottle.
So what do you expect to pay for this, Ken? Retail?
I think it's, it's a 2000, so your chances of finding it are probably not high, but there might be a few places that do have it, or you may find it at a restaurant. But the current Katnook, I think, is around about 40 or so. Does that sound about right? I think it's around about the 40-ish for the current, give or take. Coonawarra is clearly one of the great areas in the world for Cabernet Sauvignon, and in Australia, for a long time it ruled. I mean, there was nothing that came near it. Margaret River has snuck up and for many has knocked it off its perch actually, but these sort of wines
It's hard to say. I mean, it's been a little while since I've had a wine as good as this.
Without doing what we drank that you can't sort of bit, but a week or two ago we actually got to look at a Wynns from 1955, and it was just superbly beautiful, elegant wine, and it just shows how well Cabernet can age over time.
Never found a 55 Wynns at BWS, but that's great. That's great, Ken. I'm talking about, I can still buy,
you know what I mean?
not the 2000, I can buy Katnook Cab
I'm just saying how well they can age. That was the point.
Was it?
Yeah,
Great.
Thank you.
I'm glad you had one. That is excellent.
I think your idea of doing these solo was a far better idea than having the palate of the people.
Seriously, I just pretended to spit that one. That is too good. That is too good to spit.
That's one of the nicest wines we've had on Spitbucket.
Oh, if you can track it down.
Gosh.
Rating?
get it. Rating, Ken, you go first. Because I'm up 93.
95, 96.
Yeah?
I'm thinking that's just a lovely, lovely wine. All right. And from
Thanks for a great
Spitbucket,
afternoon, mate.
Fantastic. To everyone out there, please let us know what you think of Coonawarra, Katnook, Cabernet, anything else, and also aged wines. Do you age your wines? A lot of people find themselves, they're not familiar with the taste of aged wine because they just never get to try it. They buy a wine, drink it, which 98% of wine. I don't know who comes up with these figures, but whoever did came up with the figure that apparently 98% of wine is drunk within 24 hours of being purchased.
76% of statistics are made up on the spot.
Thank you. Mine is the truth. But it just shows you there's very little wine that people do put down to age. And it's when you see a wine like that, you think, what a great shame.
It's worthwhile, isn't it?
Nothing wrong with drinking them young, but they just take an extra dimension with a bit of age.
See you all again next week, guys. Remember, Spitbucket, we spit so you don't have to.
Sometimes.
Jeez. I'm not spitting any of this.